Hi everyone, my name's Matthew from the LG4L Gaming Network, and this is Kerbal Space Program version 0.23. And what I'm going to do is show you how to get this rocket into orbit around Kerbin and get some useful data, enough to unlock some more useful goodies from in the career mode. So what I've got here is two mystery goo containers. One I'm going to open up once in the atmosphere of space, and one I'm going to open up when I'm on the ground, and hopefully get some usable data once I've returned back to Kerbin. So let's go ahead and launch our rocket. If you've watched my previous video, all I've done is add 4 radial decouplers around our base rocket and 4 solid fuel boosters, as well as an antenna and 2 mystery goo containers. So let's go ahead and click launch. And don't forget, our mission aim is to orbit Kerbin, and hopefully, as a bonus, return to Kerbin. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to set my thrusters to half power here, and then press space, and off we go. Now what you want to do is, on this nav ball at the bottom here, try and keep your rocket from spinning too much or swaying too much. You can use the E and Q keys, as well as the WASD keys. Keep it flying up, up in a straight line as much as you can, at least until about 10,000 meters, and then we're going to turn our ship about 45 degrees to create the movement towards a circular orbit. That's our aim. Let's pray for a successful mission, you guys. Hope you're enjoying following me on this journey through career mode. I know there's some people who are struggling when you first start off because you don't have all the necessary parts and such. So hopefully this will give you some idea how to get to where you want to go to and unlock some of the better goodies. Alright, so let's go ahead and tilt our rocket sideways. Power up this rocket. If you can, it's better to keep that all in one fluid motion. Keep your rocket thrusted up so you can create your escape velocity from Kerbin. But I've got enough experience now to manage this, I hope. And hopefully we'll have a successful mission. Simply orbit Kerbin and return, get some valuable data, as I said, and unlock all the bigger rockets and such. What we really need is SAS and RCS, so we can control our rocket on its liftoff. That'll help people who are really new to the game. But as I said, the WASD keys are a somewhat substitute. It is difficult using them. It's kind of counterintuitive. Like if I press the S key, which is down, that's actually moving my orange icon at the bottom of the screen there upwards. So yeah, it can be a bit counterintuitive, but with practice you get used to it. And hopefully we'll have a good, successful mission here. So as you can see, our surface escape velocity is increasing dramatically. What we want to do now is start tilting our rocket. Just stabilize this with the E key. Tilt our rocket 90 degrees. Stop it from spinning too much using the Q and E keys, remember? And now we've got a kind of, horizontal velocity. Now hopefully what we'll see here is if I just press X to cancel my thrust, when we press the M key and take a look at the galaxy map, it takes a while to load up sometimes. Hopefully what we'll see here is sideways our rocket is on its way to circling the planet. So again, I'm going to power up the rocket from here, and you'll see this blue trajectory line, our trajectory, go around the planet, hopefully with a bit of luck. And all being well, we'll have enough fuel to return to Kerbin. If not, that's something we can aim for. Okay, we have our orbit. Now what you can see here is our apoapsis is at 336,000 meters, and our periapsis is at 18,000 meters. But what we can do is, once we get to the apoapsis, set a maneuver node, drag out this little green icon until you can see the orange line, orange circle going around here. That's going to be our new trajectory once we've set this. So if you watch closely, the PE and the AP kind of flip. Once you get them roughly at the same distance, 334 and 340, you can say, okay, I'm happy with that maneuver. Then at the bottom there it says node in T. That's when we get to this orange node. It's going to be 14 minutes, and that's when we need to do our burn. Also, at the same time, you need to maneuver your orange icon over this blue icon in the nav ball, because that is what's going to create this orange trajectory by burning at that. And it also gives you how long you need to be burning for. So it says an estimated burn of 6 seconds. So what I'm going to do now is just speed up time. You can use the full stop key on your keyboard to speed up time, and you'll see that gets us to the node in T quicker. You can see that now. So once we get there, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop it. Then we're going to do our burn, and as you can see, our blue trajectory circle is going to match up with the orange trajectory circle. So we can kill our thrust pressing the X key. Right click on this little maneuver node, and then press the cross to get rid of it. So that is our new our new trajectory. So we are heading, we've got a stable orbit around Kerbin. So go ahead and press the M key. Find your rocket on the screen, which is difficult when there's no light or anything, but there's our rocket. Hopefully you can see that. Now what I'm going to do is click on the mystery goo, observe that mystery goo in orbit. And as you can see, if we recover this, we'll get 10 science. We can go ahead and right click on the crew report. We get another 5 science, so let's keep that data. And if we want to, we can also make Jebediah, the best one, do an EVA. Extravehicular activity, I believe it stands for. Now he's hanging on to the outside of the space shuttle. You can right click on him, do an EVA report. If you keep that data, you get another 8 science if you recover it. You can also transmit that data, but let's just go ahead and keep it. Press F to board him back on the spacecraft, and that's all the data we can gather from that. So what I'm going to do now is just set another maneuver node, drag the little green yellow icon with a cross through it, drag that out, and what you see that do is give us an orange trajectory that is heading into the surface of Kerbin. So all being well, we'll land somewhere over there where you can see that orange trajectory going. Alright, excuse me. So in 1 minute 37 seconds we need to do another burn. So again, we need to maneuver our space shuttle to find that blue node. And that, once we are over that blue node, that's when we'll be committing to the burn, and that will change our trajectory to that new orange trajectory, and hopefully recover our space shuttle back on Kerbin. Now you can see we've still got some liquid fuel left in the bottom left hand corner. It should be enough to get us back safely. Also we have a parachute to land with, so let's go ahead. From here, it doesn't matter too much about when you do your burn, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my burn now. You can see our blue trajectory circle is going to be dragged in towards the planet. Let's just make sure it intercepts with the planet, and it does. Good. So I've cancelled the thrust with X, press the M key again. Now we go back to where our rocket is. Now you can see on the top of the screen our altitude is 338,000 meters. So let's just go ahead and speed up time till we get closer to the planet. It does slow down automatically for you once you get to certain heights, so don't worry too much. I've got it 4 times, but now I'm a bit worried, so I've just pressed it to 1 time. And basically we don't want to land this whole rocket, so our next stage is to decouple our command module from our fuel tanks. So let's go ahead and press space here, and there you can see our command module. It's kind of spinning out of control, but whatever. Hopefully that will stop once we hit the atmosphere of Kerbin. You could try and mess around with it, try and stop it, but I don't know. Seems to be a bit temperamental. Yeah, I've managed to slow it a little bit. As you can see, we're plummeting towards Kerbin. Beautiful, beautiful sight. It looks very much like Earth. Jeb's in charge, so I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit more. As I said, you can use the full stop, or you can use these little bit in the top left hand corner. And as you can see, we're hitting the atmosphere here, so we're burning up a little bit. So while we're in there, I'm going to right click our other mystery goo container and observe it and see what's happening. It only gives us 1.6 science, so I'm just going to reset the experiment. That's rubbish. We already did that in the previous video, but what might help us is if we test one of the mystery goo containers when we land back on the planet. Pretty nice mountain ranges here. It's looking all good. Excuse my cough. I've got a little bit of a cold, so I apologise for the vocal quality. There we go. So the atmosphere of Kerbin has actually stabilised our descent, which is all good. Okay, now we're through the atmosphere. I'm going to go ahead and check the mystery goo again. And that gives us 7 science, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. That's good enough for us. The goo jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. Lovely. So let's keep that data. As you can see, we're plummeting. Our surface velocity towards the surface is decelerating quite nicely down to 250 meters per second and lower. So let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit more. At 500 meters is when our parachute will open. So let's go ahead and speed up time till we get near that point. I'm going to do it here about 2,500 meters, I think. Our speed's quite slow. Just press space, your parachute opens. As I said, at 500 meters, the parachute will deploy properly. And as you can see, let's just watch the parachute open. There it is. Now it's open. So that slowed our descent to the surface to 7.4 meters per second. Hopefully that should get even slower. There, it's at 7.3 meters per second. It's quite a nice speed to be landing at. So let's just speed up time a little bit, because this can take quite a while. And all being well, we're going to land on the coast here and get a nice bit of recovery data. There we go. Going to land just on the edge of the water here. Beautiful. Jeb's still alive, otherwise he disappears. And that's perfect. So now we can just go ahead and press escape. And hopefully the game responds. Escape's not working. Right, okay. Hi again, guys. Apologies for the interruption. The escape key on Windows 7 was not working again, so yay. Alright, but we completed our mission, so let's go into the Space Shuttle Recovery Center. Click on that. As you can see, it's splashed down. Just as before, all we're going to do is press the recover button. Press recover, and as you can see, we got another 40 science earned on this mission. So let's go ahead and press done. Nice. And we go back out of here, and then all we have to do is go into the research center again. So let's just wait for that to load up, and with 53 science points, we should be able to unlock some nice stuff to improve our flights. So let's go ahead and look at what we got. We got advanced rocketry. We can get a bigger fuel tank, or Rockomax radial mount liquid engine. Well, I don't want that. We can get general construction, which provides us with different radial decouplers, launch stability enhancers, tri-decouplers, or we can go ahead and get flight control, which gives us a Staputnik Mark 1, which is awesome. That actually includes a reaction wheel in it and enables you to do unmanned flights. And we also get an inline reaction wheel for use when we've got a pilot. We also get a winglet and a Mark 1 cockpit, which looks pretty nice. And that costs 45 science, so now we have 53. I'm going to go ahead and click that, research that, and that opens up a whole new branch of stuff, which we'll look at in the next video. I hope this is helping you on your flights and getting off the ground in Kerbal Space Program Career Mode, version 0.23. Stay tuned for part 4 of my guide, and I hope you all have a really nice day. Thanks for watching. Take care. Matthew is out.